Hi, welcome to the Staking Geek channel. Today we're going to review Gamma and the ways we can effectively invest our liquidity into liquidity pools for crypto passive income. You might be noticing, where's his avatar? Well, I decided to get rid of it for this video. One of the subscribers says it was a distraction. It might be better if I didn't have it, so I thought, why not try it without it? So if you want it back, let me know. If I don't hear from you, I'll just leave it the way it is. Additionally, I haven't made a video in a few weeks. I've researched dozens of projects. A lot of them are new. They don't have ways to earn currently. But as that changes, I will update and make new videos. I also have a few other videos that I might release over the next week. So look out for that. So let's get into Gamma. So if we go over here to CoinMarketCap, their token price is around 20 cents. Their all-time token high, this project's around a year and a half old. Got to go back to February 28th of 2022, they reached around 64 cents. You can purchase this token at KuCoin, or you can swap with ETH on Uniswap V2. If we head over here to Token Terminal, you can take a look. They have lots of statistics and metrics. You can do your own research, but it looks like they have around 14 million in market cap. They collect fees. They got liquidity. They do revenue, so you can do a little bit more research. You can also come over here to DeFi Llama. It looks like they've been audited. We're going to get into that. You can also come over here to Twitter, follow them, Gamma Strategies. All right, so let's get into what this project's all about. If you're not familiar, if you are, you can fast forward to the part where I discuss the liquidity pools, how to invest, and the different types of investment strategies. So these guys do a good job at explaining where we were and where we are and where we're going. So currently other protocols, for the most part, make you manage your liquidity on your own. So Gamma is a protocol designed for non-custodial, automated, and active management of concentrated liquidity. And we're going to get into that. They provide a nice overview and history of automated market makers, liquidity providers, incentives, and some of the shortcomings of DEXs in regards to fees and concentrated liquidity. Gamma was created to solve all the challenges of concentrated liquidity using heavy automation, and we're going to get into that with some of their strategies. They love Breaking Bad, it looks like. Great series. So Gamma has this thing called vaults. So vaults provide liquidity providers the most optimized performance on a variety of supported platforms and blockchains. We're going to get into that when we go over to their web app. Gamma does this by mitigating impermanent loss and accumulating fees using proper strategies. Like I said, we're going to get into that. And you could take a look at their analytics. We'll touch on that when we go into their web app. So if we scroll down, there's a little bit more information. If you go on some of these DEXs, you'll see some of these liquidity pools have a lot of liquidity, but don't give you much rewards in regards to fees generated from traders. From the sounds of it, it's oversaturated for the amount of volume. So this could lead to poor fee performance for the LPs, and obviously you're not going to be making any money. The full range positions and sustainable four-figure APRs, as we know, if you've been in DeFi for a while, a lot of protocols offer these insane amounts of returns, but ended up failing. And a lot of the times they're offering you 150% APR to attract liquidity. This is going to come to an end at some point, in their opinion, and I tend to agree with that. So let's head over here to their strategies. So the strategies are rules and guidelines that guide the management of Gamma's vaults. The Gamma strategies are heavily automated, like I mentioned earlier, using automatic triggers to conduct management practices like compounding, rebalancing, and setting your ranges. The more trading happens, the more volume, the more fees are being generated, the more you get paid. And these strategies are meant to optimize the efficiency of your investment so you can get returns. And currently, if you're concentrating your liquidity, mean you have a very tight range, you need to manage it. These are short-term investment strategies. you can make a lot more, significantly more fees than someone who sets the range wide. So let's say you want to collect fees on BTC, ETH, right? Bitcoin, ETH, from, let's say, Bitcoin's range of 19,000 to 31,000, right? You're not going to get a lot of those fees generated. But if you set your fees to Bitcoin going from, let's say, 29,500 to 31,500, you're going to significantly make a lot more, but there's higher risk. So if the volatility starts going higher or lower than that, you could be at risk for impermanent loss, which we're also going to touch on here and right now. But impermanent loss occurs in liquidity pools when the value of your deposit assets, let's say Bitcoin, ETH, changes relative to each other, resulting in a loss for you, the liquidity provider. So basically, the impermanent losses are primarily driven by volatility. There's some severe volatility like an FTX or a flash crash of that. But generally, you don't lose your entire investment. It's a portion, right? So, all right, so let's get down here and look into the types of strategies. So with Gamma, they have a dynamic range, wide and narrow. So this is the most common strategy in these vaults. Liquidity ranges are automatically rebalanced when certain rebalance triggers are hit. Accrued fees will be compounded back into the position regularly on behalf of the LP's compounding yield. So auto rebalancing allows for a passive LP experience. So if you're like me, more of a long-term investor, this could be an option for you. So this would be the wide range strategy. And wider range strategies have less impermanent loss in high volatility environment. Like I said, you're setting a wider range to collect those fees. Let's say ETH from 1,000 to 2,000. So it doesn't matter if ETH goes down $100 or $200 in one day, you won't be affected. But in low volatility environments, wider ranges may earn less in fees and perform worse due to earning at a lower fee multiple. So the narrow strategy caters to the short-term liquidity providers. So these are the concentrated liquidity providers, right? The narrower the range, you will earn more in fees and rewards, but you have a higher risk in a high volatility environment of an impermanent loss. So the narrower your range, the higher your risk in a high volatility environment. In a low volatility environment, let's say Bitcoin's ranging for several months, going from 29,500 up to 31,500. This could be a good way to earn. And they also have stable strategies with stable coin pairs. And you can research a little bit more if you're interested in investing in stable coin pairs. So if we head over here, I mentioned they have been audited, so you could do a little bit more research if you like. Look at their audit reports if you wish. So let's head over to their web app and take a look. And there they are. You'll need to connect your wallet, so you can connect via Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, Ethereum. Let's connect via Uniswap and Arbitrum via MetaMask. There we go. We'll go over here to provide active liquidity. And you can see the different pools. There's Arbitrum, 2.73 million locked. I'm assuming this will go up at some point. You can filter here, total value locked. So it looks like this ETH GMX or wrapped ETH GMX is earning roughly 16%, 130,000 locked. And it looks like this is a narrow strategy. So you would most likely need to monitor this. And you could go down the list and do a little bit more research. There's GNS Gains Network, the G-Trade DEX I also reviewed. Looks like they have a liquidity pool here on Gamma. This one's paying 81% currently. All right, so let's flip over to another chain. Let's go over to Polygon. Switch over to MetaMask. Polygon's got 31 million, so they are number one in liquidity on Gamma currently. So let's total value locked. So there's your options. I'm not familiar with CRISP, but that's Anchormatic. I guess that's a liquidity pool. on Anchor, and you could go down the list. There it is, USDC, ETH. Looks like there's only 10K in there. So like I said, you want to do a little bit more research. And if we click over to Optimism, see what they got going on. So look, wrapped ETH in OP, Optimism, total value locked, 1.2 million. Look at that APR. So like I said, you want to do your own research. It really depends on what chain you have money on. Let's say you have some on Optimism or Ethereum you want to transfer over. I also reviewed Synapse, so you can go check out that video, but there's a good bridge right here, as well as Seller Network, the C bridge. There's a link for that. So you connect, let's say, to Ethereum. You can transfer it over to Optimism or whichever one you want, Arbitrum. So once you figure out where you want to invest your assets, you can use these bridges to bridge some of those assets over. So we head back over here to Gamma's website. You can also stake Gamma. You'll need to be on Ethereum, so you need to purchase that on Uniswap or KuCoin, and you could transfer it over to your MetaMask and on the Ethereum network, and you could stake to earn protocol revenues. So once you stake your Gamma, you'll receive this X Gamma, and then you'll receive a portion of the revenues generated from the platform. So if we go back over here, it looks like annually they do 8.26 million. I'm assuming over the next 2 years during the next bull market, this is going to go up considerably. It looks like they've done around 700,000 in 30-day fees. So you get a portion of that by investing in the Gamma token and staking that. And if you head over to analytics, you could do a little bit more research depending on what chain you're on and look into net returns over time and some of the other details they have in here. All right, so that is Gamma and ways to earn with this protocol. It looks like it's a pretty good project. I did some research, liked what I saw, and I hope you did as well. If you like the content, please leave me a like. You can share, it'd be great. Subscribe, I truly appreciate that. Until next time, be safe with your investing and take care.